Hello internet, Matt Pat here, but not actually here on the couch. By the time you watch this video, I'll actually be in Peru on vacation, which is why I wanted to take a minute before I left to sit on the couch and tell you that, hey, there's not going to be any normal theory video today. Sorry, I didn't have time before we left on vacation to get that out the door, but what I can tell you is this is a good opportunity to do some updates, as well as show you a video I've wanted to show you for the better part of a year, which is what I like to call Reality Check, the Lost episode. If you want to skip directly to that, click right below in that description. There's a time code that'll take you to where that episode starts. But if not, if you want to just hear some updates, which I hope you do, stay tuned. I'm going to talk you through them right now. So when it comes to updates, first and probably most importantly is the exciting news that we just found out that we were nominated for 4 Streamy Awards. 4! For those of you who've never heard of the Streamy Awards, they're basically the Oscars for online video creators. So they're a big deal. And probably the most exciting part of all of this is that we were nominated for the biggest award of the night, which is Best Overall Channel or Online Series, which is incredible. It's basically like the Best Picture award at the Oscars. So not only is that exciting for us who actually work on the channel, but also for you guys who've been supporting us for the last 5 years. It's a huge accomplishment. So none of it would have been possible without your help. And actually, you guys can help us to win, which is the craziest part. So if you go to the Streamies website, I think it's streamies.com, there's actually a place where you can vote for us, and that'll help us in our quest to win Best Show of the Year. Or if you just use Twitter, if you just type in vote game theorists #Streamies, I think it's a weird thing. Admittedly, it is a weird thing, but as long as you have the words vote, game theorists, and #Streamies in there, that'll help us to potentially win. Win. Preferably win, not so much win. Admittedly, our chances are tough. We are going up against such YouTube juggernauts as Philip DeFranco and my personal bros, Rhett and Link, Good Mythical Morning, love those guys. So admittedly, our chances are slim, but I think if we were able to give these guys a run for their money, it would be a huge win for all those nerds across the world who love science and math and gaming and movies and whatever. And so cast your vote if you feel like it. I would greatly appreciate it. Secondly, we're about to cross 7 million subscribers. 7 million. Like, the number is so big, I can't even fathom it. Like, that's bigger than a lot of populations of countries at that point. It's insane. So one of the things that I'm so excited about, and I wanted to share with you guys first here, is for 7 million subscribers, we're actually going to do an episode that celebrates kind of those past ones and talks about, like, hey, what was the response that Nintendo had to some of our Super Mario theories? Hey, Notch finally did watch the Minecraft episodes. What did he think of those? And some that either confirm or deny some of the past theories that we've had, which would be a cool way to kind of celebrate the history of this channel and all the theorizing that we've done together. So I wanted to share that with you. I'm really excited about it. I hope you are too. So that's a preview of coming events. And lastly, not to worry, there's a new theory coming out next week. Just to give you a hint of what it's about, we'll be revisiting one of the most infamous multi-part episodes on the channel, so I think you'll be excited about that one. I really like the information that it contains, so I hope you do too. It's awesome and scary, which is perfect just in time for Halloween. But anyway, on to today's video, which is the first ever episode of Reality Check. So we did this video over a year ago. It was about the same time that we did Rainbow Six Siege episode, which aired on this channel, but this one, because it was funded by YouTube as like a special project, it actually aired on another channel called Field Day. They're like, hey, here's money for you to pursue a video of your dreams, and I'm like, I have the one for you. Because ever since the Star Fox Aileron episode, I think it was episode 14 or 17, somewhere around there, I had always wanted to test out barrel rolls in real life. Even in that episode, if you go back to it, there's a quote of me saying, hey, if we had a budget, I would go out and partner with the Blue Angels or a pilot and do these moves in real life. Sadly, I don't have a budget, so here you go, here's a bunch of footage I ripped off of the Mythbusters. Well, thanks to all your support over the years, we finally got to a size where YouTube's like, hey, here's money to do the video of your dreams. What do you want to do? And so that was the first thing on my to-do list. And so we partnered with an aerial school out here in California, and I learned how to fly a plane and how to do stunt flying in real life. So that's the video today. And because it aired on a different channel, not many of you got to see it. So that is the video today. I am so excited to share it with you. So instead of me talking any more about it, let's just cut to it. Here is Reality Check, the Lost episode. Hope you enjoy it. And I'll see you next week.
There you go.
Hey, I'm Matt Pat and I run one of the largest gaming channels on YouTube, The Game Theorists, where we use science, math, and history to analyze video games. But one of the things I've always wondered is what happens when you take gamers off the comfort of their couch and put them into the real-life extreme scenarios they game through every day. Like, say for instance, doing a barrel roll like you do in the Star Fox games.
Well, that's what we're off to do today. We're about to give Star Fox our own reality check.
We're here in Fullerton, California at Air Combat USA, the first and largest air combat school in the world, to learn aerial dogfighting moves from the experts. My challenge, learn what it takes to become an aerial dogfighter, then put those newfound piloting skills to the test by recreating some of Nintendo's most iconic moves. Did I really just say that? Put my newfound piloting skills to the test? Today is going to be a wild day. But before we get in there, let's take a minute to catch you up on everything you need to know about Star Fox. Star Fox is one of gaming's most iconic franchises. Debuting in 1993 and published by Nintendo, the games have you stepping into the boots of Fox McCloud, aerial fighting ace sent to take down the mad scientist Andross. Although some levels feature you driving around a tank or a sub, the game is best known for its dogfights in space, where you're required to pilot your plane, the R-Wing, to take down fleets of enemies. Since analyzing this is our goal today, it's important to note that the R-Wings are specially designed for aerial combat in space, equipped with what the game calls a G-diffuser system. This anti-gravity device allows the pilot to accelerate or decelerate instantaneously, while also allowing pilots to perform 3 essential combat maneuvers. These are the barrel roll, where the plane spins around its longitudinal axis, the U-turn, where the plane changes its direction by flipping upside down, and the loop, which is, you know, a loop. It's pretty self-explanatory, actually. So that's our focus for today, analyzing the real-life science behind fictional space dogfighting. And that's why I'm here with Tom Smith, ex-Navy fighter pilot. Tom,
hi.
Thanks for keeping me safe today. I have to admit, I am a little bit nervous.
You'll be fine.
So can you tell us a little bit about your experience?
After college, I went into the Navy. I was 20 years a Navy fighter pilot, 10 years on active duty, and 10 years in the reserves. Yeah.
Okay, and this isn't the type of flying that you're going to experience in your commercial jet line or anything like that,
No.
right?
You're going to be completely in a different element today when you step into that airplane.
And I guess the most important question of all is, have you ever played Star Fox?
I don't even know what it is. I haven't heard of it, no.
Okay, have you ever played a video game?
No, I haven't.
Oh, Tom, we have a lot to teach each other
yes.
here.
Okay, good. I'm looking forward to it. You're going to be flying with me today in aircraft 203, and Travis is going to be flying with Baron.
Great. How you feel about that, buddy? I'm sure. So can you tell me a little bit about how you transform people like me who have no flying or flight experience possible to dogfighters?
We get in the air, we're going to start transferring control of the airplane over to you as the guest pilot.
Yeah, I will be flying a plane today.
Sure. And we're going to be coaching you the whole time.
Great,
we're
good, please. So in the game, it's this classic phrase.
Do a barrel roll.
It's do a barrel roll.
Do a barrel roll.
And it's an anthropomorphic bunny rabbit that tells you to do this.
Really?
Video games, they're weird, right?
Yeah, okay.
I know, yes, very strange. But basically, you're flying forward, and you're doing a turn just like that, just straight in motion.
That's not a barrel roll.
That is not a barrel roll.
Not in our terms.
Okay, does it have a name?
That's more of an aileron roll.
Okay.
You've got a big altitude change in through here as well.
So instead of the aileron roll or the barrel roll in Star Fox, where you're staying in the same plane of motion, the barrel roll in real life, you're moving across multiple planes of motion. So you're not just moving forward and rotating, you're also
You're changing heading.
You're changing heading. So then can you take me through the loop and the Immelman?
This one is the Immelman, where you get over on the top and you're at the apex of the climb, and you just roll it, and now you're very, very slow, but you're at much higher altitude.
And you've effectively turned 180 degrees.
Yes.
The Immelman, is that ever referenced as a U-turn in any of your 20 years of experience?
No, I've never heard that term. A pure loop, from an aerobatic standpoint, is Your same heading all the way through it.
And is a loop a good dogfighting maneuver?
Oh yeah, you
It
want to
is.
stay in the vertical as much as possible in a dogfight.
Okay.
If you have two similar performing airplanes, it's the guy who uses the vertical the best who's usually going to win.
Really?
Yeah.
I know in my reading before coming here, there's the tactical egg.
If this guy goes into the vertical, as depicted here on this energy egg, we're going to have that rapid turn rate and that tiny turn radius, which is going to allow us to get up and roll back around and start getting behind him.
Basically what you're saying is you're kind of using gravity to help you win the fight.
Yeah.
So this is real life, this egg formation. It's interesting because in Star Fox, when you do a loop maneuver, it always ends up being a perfect circle.
Yeah.
You know, just kind
Not
of
so.
just kind of like that. Not so much.
No, that would be true if you could keep your airspeed at the same speed all the way
Right, the whole
around, but
way
you
around.
can't do that.
If gravity weren't a factor, though,
Yeah.
would I be able to do this? Now we're getting hypothetical.
Yeah, you're getting hypothetical. Yeah.
One might say theoretical.
I mean, if you were in space where there is no gravity,
Right.
or less gravity,
Right.
yeah, that would work. I highly recommend you get out of your Levi's, that jacket, because you're going to get hot up there with your heartbeat.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I was going to say I didn't bring a change of pants, but I guess I'm wearing the suit.
You're wearing the flight suit, yeah.
All right, so
all I got under here is my shorts and my T-shirt.
No need to show us.
no.
And I trust you. I trust you.
no.
But I guess that means it's time to probably
It's
suit up
time
then,
to-
right?
Time to suit up, yeah.
Okay. Well,
Why don't I
thank you
come
very
over
much,
here
sir.
and I'll show you the flight suits.
There are so many things I want to say to the camera right now. I love you. I'll miss you. Pray for me. In the name of science! Yeehaw! So if I'm worried about turbulence on a commercial airline, I have no idea what to expect here. I'm the type of person who's constantly checking the turbulence reports, but here in a two-seater, anything can happen.
You actually check the turbulence reports before you get in an airliner?
I do sometimes, yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's impressive.
Is that impressive?
Yeah.
Does that show how much of a pansy I am?
I'm not going to comment on that. I never heard anybody do that before.
Combat flights are ready to go. Go ahead, Matt. You can take control of the airplane. Put your hand on the stick there.
Wait, I'm actually going to be flying right now.
It's your airplane now. Go ahead.
Okay, you let me know if I'm doing anything wrong.
Roger that. I'm right here with you, and we've got this together.
Thank you, Tom. Okay, so I am currently flying my first ever airplane. That's something you don't think you'd ever see in your life. So that's pretty incredible that I just make an inch move forward and all of a sudden I feel us going down like I'm doing right now, which is pretty wild.
This first maneuver we're going to do, Matt, we're going to lower the nose, pick up a little speed, and we'll do that aileron roll straight ahead.
Okay, so here we are going into the aileron roll, not to be confused with the barrel roll. Thank you very much, Star Fox, for misleading a generation of kids.
Okay, here we go. Lower the nose, pick up a little speed. Nose down. There we go. And we'll pull the nose up a little bit and neutralize, and then we'll start to roll. All right, about there, pull it up. Okay, roll it. There you go.
That was unbelievable.
Yep.
So the aileron roll would be a good move because you're staying in the same plane of motion, basically.
So
it'd be easy to target.
Yeah, you're not changing your vector at all.
Okay, going down. Starting to pick up a little bit of speed here.
Pulling it up, you really start to feel the G-forces right at this moment. And now we're gonna flip it. And the world just rotates around you. It's unbelievable. Tom, thank you for sharing this experience with me.
Oh, good. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Okay, we're going to loop.
Okay. Oh my gosh, look at this. Just see everything. Like the... Why? There's our tail! Oh my god! We're right back into it! Oh my god! Oh my god! That's phenomenal. So as we prep for our second pass, I will say, what you described about the energy egg or the tactical egg, you can really feel that as we're going through, where at the top, you really kind of feel you starting to kind of crest that hill. You feel those extreme G-forces along the bottom, but then you also feel how much wider that is versus kind of what you're feeling at the top. And I can definitely see how that would provide a very tactical advantage when you're in a dogfighting scenario.
Absolutely, yeah. Very advantageous to use the vertical.
But that being said, in Star Fox's defense, if they are indeed able to diffuse gravity, then loops like that, ignoring the tactical egg, make perfect sense. So good on you, Nintendo developers, and figuring out a loophole to figure out how we can do dogfights in outer space.
Want to do another one?
Okay?
Okay, here we go. We're starting to pull up. Start pulling. Back. A little more on that. Keep pulling. Look out the side. Over the top. There you go.
Wow.
Relax the back pressure.
Okay.
There's a little negative G.
Now you're just showing off for me, Tom. This is without exaggeration a life-changing experience.
Okay, we're going to do the element, nose down, and element. We're going to start the element. We're going to pick up 190 knots and roll out on the top. Okay, start to pull, Matt. Keep pulling, Matt. That's it. Look out the side when you know when you're completely upside down. We'll roll it into straight level. Roll it. There you go. Keep turning. Perfect. And there we are with about 500 feet of altitude change, and roll out going the opposite direction.
So we're really using that vertical to our tactical advantage.
Yeah, we are.
Even though you do lose speed in the process.
Yes. You've got lots of potential energy up here.
It is mind-blowing how close we're able to get.
Yeah.
That's basically everything.
Okay, we'll head on then.
Okay.
Prop is full, landing checks complete, we're clear to land.
Whoa. That was literally a life-changing event. I will never look at flying the same way again. Tom, thank you so much for keeping me safe.
You did a great job.
I
My
cannot
pleasure
thank you
again.
enough.
Yeah.
This was amazing.
You need to come back.
Will do. So final results on Star Fox, I say overall, doing a pretty good job, surprisingly. Let's take it point by point. First, the aileron roll, otherwise known in the game as barrel roll. Yes, they get the name wrong, but the actual execution of the move they entirely nailed. Yes, you're traveling forward and rotating along your longitudinal axis. It might not be the best dogfighting maneuver, but as far as recreating it in the game, it does a pretty darn good job. So the loop. Granted, as we learned in our training session, you're not going to be doing a perfect circle in real life. Like we experienced while we were flying, you really experience that tactical egg as gravity pulls you down and you really sacrifice that energy to get potential energy at the top. That being said, Star Fox came up with the bright idea of the G diffuser, which completely negates the force of gravity. It's a huge hypothetical, sure, but it does a great job of explaining away the bizarre physics that this ship is having in space. So overall, checkpoint there. And then finally, the Immelman turn, or the U-turn, as Star Fox calls it. Sure, it's again a bit of a misnomer, but it's doing the right thing. You're transitioning that kinetic energy low into potential energy high and in the backwards direction. And when it comes to recreating that move in the game, Star Fox got it entirely right. So overall, what I would say is this. For a game that features anthropomorphic foxes and hares flying ships through outer space to take down an evil space monkey, surprisingly, Star Fox's reality really does check out.